Hey guys, it's your guy Abdrazak Otokiti. I welcome you to this short tutorial in Microsoft Excel 2016 for data analytics. Today we're going to be looking at cutting substring from text. So now the function that we're going to be making use of today is left, right, and the mid function in Excel. The left function in Excel return is a specified number of string from a substring. That is, it returns a specified number of text from a string. That is from the beginning of a string, or you can see from the left of the string, while the right return specified number of text from the end of a text. The mid return specified number of a text from the middle of a string. So now, without much further delay, let's get to it. So in this is the data set that we'll be working with, as I said earlier on. So let's say, for example, we want to return the first three letters of RSLE. So to do that, we use what? The left function. So then we specify the text. Then it is the first three letters that we want to return. You write 3. Then you close your bracket and hit enter. You see that R being the first three letters of RSLE has been returned. So to do same for the remaining cell, we double click. Then for us to extract the initials of the first name and the last name, we still make use of the left function, but in a way that we join them together, or maybe let's say the better term for it is to chain the left functions together for us to be able to return the initials of the first name and the last name. So to do that, we use the left function. Then you select RSLE, then comma 1. Then we append. Let's take, for example, we want to use period to separate the initial of the first name and that of the last name. Then she puts ampersand left, then ray, now comma 1, close bracket, ampersand, period, then you hit enter. You see that A.R. has been returned, being the initial of RSLE Reina. So to do same for the remaining cell, we just double click. Now for us to select the zip code from this particular address, we use the right function. And you know, we earlier said that the right function return a specified number of text from the right of a string, and this is the string that we want to return the zip code from. If you count the number of zip code we have here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So zip code contain about 5 characters. So we're going to try as much as possible to return these 5 characters of zip code from each of the cell, or from each of the address. So now for us to do that, the first thing we do is to select the text. After selecting this text, then you comma, then you put the number of character that you want to return from the end of this string of text. Then let's say 5, being the total number of zip code. So if we hit enter now, it will return only the zip code, the numbers. So now for us to do same for the remaining address, we just double click. So for us to return the email provider now, being Gmail, Yahoo, or Live, because I think this is the major email provider in this data set. So for us to do that, we use the mid function. We use the mid function. Look at the hint for mid. It said return the character from the middle of a text string, given a starting position and the length. So the mid function return a text, return characters from the middle of a text by specifying the starting position that you want it to count from and the length of the character that you want it to return. So now if we put comma, then we specify the string, the text string, this, then comma. Now we should, then where do you want to start counting from? So for us to start to return Gmail, now we start counting from where? From A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we start our count from 10 position. And how many characters is Gmail? We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gmail is about 5 characters. We put 5 there. Then you close your bracket. You hit enter. You see, Gmail being the email provider of this particular of a.reina@gmail.com has been returned. So for us to do same for the remaining data sets, we double click. Yahoo has been returned. You see here, if you go through it, you see that there are some that is not properly returned. Like here, we have a@gmail @yahoo, mail.g@gmail, live.c. So now this is what this thing, this particular what happened here is that we assume that the prefix before the email providers are the same, that the number of characters of prefix before the email provider are the same. That is why we are having this challenge here. For us to properly return the email provider for each of the data sets, you can join me in my next lecture to see how we're going to do that. We're going to make use of a different function for us to be able to return the right email provider for each of the data sets. Thanks for your time. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.